Alright, next video I'm going to show you how to make a blanket box with a very unique sort of way of using the universal router guide. You notice here I've made two little jewelry boxes. They've got box pins in them. One's 19mm thick, one's 12mm thick, and I'm going to step through this little model and show you how you machine up adjacent edges on a piece of timber to make boxes. I've still got the little Toy Story theme happening. I'm going to have my Year 9s make this next year with a little secret compartment in it, which they sort of get really motivated over. Okay, the secret to this next process is to make a box, just the ends and the sides. It doesn't matter whether they're box pins, doesn't matter whether they're rebates, doesn't matter whether they're butt joints. The box has got to be square, and it's got to be made out of timber that's the same thickness as a router cutter. So that one's 12, that one's 19, and it doesn't matter the size of the box. It can be a blanket box, it can be a jewelry box. The idea is that if you have a look at this model here, the top and the bottom has been run through the universal router guide, and I'll do a demonstration in a minute. For the Year 9 project next year, the base is going to be a bit of 3mm plywood to allow a little bit of thickness for this secret compartment. This is all going to be heaps clearer once I start to machine this up, but you can sort of see that the base is 19mm thick, it fits into a 19mm recess. The box is 19mm thick and it fits into a 19mm recess, and we've seen enough about the universal router guide to know that machining up those two grooves is actually quite easy, and as the process unfolds you'll see how easy it is for the miters to be cut. You don't miss with the miters because you've actually got a little spot on the inside of your box where you can mark how long your miters have got to be. I've done a lot of these sorts of things with students and ends up a nightmare. Very teacher orientated, trying to cut little bits of timber and put miters around the bottom of a box like that. But as you can see on the inside and at the top of this box, this blanket box here, the universal router guide takes the chore right out of making boxes. One thing that I haven't mentioned in past videos is that any length timber can go in the universal router guide. So I've got a bit of 42x42 machined up there, and I've run them both through the saw. The bit on the left's 30x30. The 30x30 is for the smaller box, the 12mm box, and the 42x42 is for the 90mm box. And there's going to be a 12mm recess machined in the top of those. So your plywood will go, your 3mm plywood will go into the groove that I've cut on the saw, and the box will fit into the, well, there's going to be a 90mm groove machined up on the 42x42. There's going to be a 12mm groove machined up on the 30x30. You notice that the 42x42 and the 30x30, they're in long lengths, so there's enough timber there to do right round the two sides and the two ends of the boxes. So you router all your grooves and then cut them smaller and cut all your miters to fit your boxes. Alright, so you can see that the 12mm timber is going to fit into there, and the plywood is going to fit into the base of the box. So that's more or less what happens in relation to making the box fit and the base fit. So that was for the 12mm box. Now I'm going to machine up the 42x42 for the 90mm box. Okay, there's enough material there for the 90mm box. 3mm plywood's going to fit in there. The 90mm box is going to fit there. And we've just got to cut the miters and fit the box. But the little 12mm box is sitting on top of the material that I machined up, the 30 by 30. If you check those pencil marks that I've got there, if I take the box away and pick up those marks and cut them on the miter saw and cut miters, the miters just fit together perfectly. So the 19mm box has already been done. You can see the miters are perfect. Still got to cut a bit of plywood to go in the bottom of the box. And I don't know what it is about this little secret, but there's going to be a secret compartment there. Another 3mm piece of plywood's going to sit on that ridge so that kids can hide their cash or whatever they want to hide in there. Mind boggles. The little box is really starting to take shape now. I've just sort of sat the lid on top of it. Fake bit of plywood's in the bottom. Just tip it upside and take that plywood out. Plywood's in the bottom. Sort of put the band clamp back on it now and glue it together. But that's fun. It's a really good quality little project. I'm trying to, I think this is the 10th video that I've done, and like, you get your value for money out of this universal router guide. There's a lot of things that it does, and it's changed the way that we do woodwork in a sense. Like, I don't know anybody, I've never made a box like that before, and there's no way that I'm going to machine up all that material on an inverted router table for a class. So again, the kids are doing the work through using the universal router guide and producing really good quality projects. That's the bottom moulding just sitting there ready to go to be fitted to that box. Just when it's joined together you sort of can't see what it looks like, so just highlighting that. Alright, assembly. I'm going to put glue on the miters. I'm going to use a band clamp to pull all the miters square, and I'll pull all the gaps out of them. Not that they've got that many gaps. And a little bit of glue in that top groove, and the box will fit in perfectly. That box has been oiled up. The 19mm box has got no plywood in it. That little secret compartment, so to speak, will go in. The 12mm box has got the compartment in it. You'll notice with the blanket box that the top and the bottom's been machined up on the universal router guide. So exactly what we've done on the bottom of these boxes has been done on the top of the blanket box as well. I didn't do it to the little boxes because it looked a little bit top heavy. So the last thing I just want to show you is that photo frame there. So it's been done exactly the same. There's been an inlay put in where the 90mm groove is, and I've run the timber through the saw and taken the back edge out and put a rebate in so that the glass and the plywood and everything will fit in, so you can get the glass and the plywood and the photo out. Alright, that was fun. I really enjoyed making those little boxes. I can't wait to do them with some students at school.